Morning, everybody. Sorry for the delay. There is seemingly something going on here with my OBS. I am trying to make sure that you can see the screen. So let's see. Looks like we're good on this end. So welcome. Let me know if you can see and hear the screen okay. You can see? Okay. Good morning, Robin. It's great. I'm just taking a look at what we did since yesterday. We made a lot of bearish higher time frame fair value gaps. Looking on the daily, we've had a significant drop here. We came into this daily fair value gap. The bodies are almost just about closed it out, but we rejected back out of it. So this could just be some nice manipulation to the downside to now go back. We have our previous day high, mean threshold, and previous day low above us. So that was a nice drop. Low, high, lower, low. It's a bullish breaker. The body seemed to be inspecting that breaker. We didn't get a close below it just yet, but it dug right all up in there. So we're just gonna see what happens after 9:30, our 9:30 open. All of this poses some if we get above that, and of course it looks like we'll go higher because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like about 10 fair value gaps we would have to overcome. So at 9:30 we could tap this bullish fair value gap to go higher, or we just continue lower. Either way, this is one of those just watch and see what happens because price action has done a lot overnight. Yeah, definitely today is one of those days. I know when my alarm went off when the market opened and I saw such a drop, I was like, wow. But I wasn't trading any of that. I was watching football. Let's see where our rel- um, regular trading hour gap is. Okay, let me see. Where is this? So we're currently inside of a. Well, you know what? I'm noticing that when we came through, when we made that steep drop down, a lot of my levels that were hit did not, the alerts didn't go off on my trading view screen. So I just have to take those off manually. I guess the price action was so volatile, the system couldn't even really pick it up. 1,000 points. That's amazing. Morning, Jared. Pichu. Good morning. Welcome. Let's see. So we have 10 o'clock medium impact news, new home sales. So we'll see if that does anything for our um our trading day. And let me find the 8:30 open. Looks like since 8:30 we've literally been in a range. That's it. Look at that. This is all we've done. So, like I said, a 9:30 price could mitigate this 1 hour fair value gap to go higher, or we'll just crash down and continue lower. But again, on the daily chart, we are still respecting this this daily bullish breaker here that was confirmed last Wednesday, I believe. We're still respecting that. The bodies did not close below this level. We got here and then we started to reject up. But if we do lose this level with a body on the daily, that will confirm more bearish action. Other than that, we could continue higher, filling in our gap that we made and going to the upside. On the 1 hour, the market structure is bearish. This is our bearish breaker right there. And we've kind of come all the way down into these levels here. So just need to see what happens here. So I guess after 9:30, 10 o'clock, we'll start seeing what price wants to do. We are on the 1 hour trap between a bearish 1 hour fair value gap and a bullish 1 hour fair value gap. On the 15-minute, our dealing range low is here, and our dealing range high would be where the new day opening gap fill would be. So I would use this level here. If we close above these up close candles on the 15-minute, that will confirm a 15-minute bullish breaker. On the 5-minute, this level here, 144, would confirm bullish breaker. I probably would go at 228. This high here. We got to get above this consolidation with some momentum. On the 1 minute, this is our 1 minute bullish breaker here. So price may want to tap back into that to go higher. Come down to the fair value gap, tap that to go higher. Since we had this breaker confirmed, we've moved up 215 points. So that was a nice AM trade if you happen to be at the charts at that time. We've taken all of the sell side liquidity. So I would like to see us complete this market maker buy model, coming back up into the new day opening gap, overtaking it, and then continue higher. That's higher time frame bias. Zoom in a little closer. And let's mark, did we do the 10 o'clock? Let me take that off. One moment. A medium impact news driver. Yep, it may go lower. That's a strong possibility. We got this mitigation block here on the 5-minute, 1 minute bullish breaker, fair value gap. We can come and tap into that to go higher. We may even want to sweep this low again. London low is down here, and I'm gonna find, excuse me, guys, my voice is acting real strange today. I'm gonna find you guys the mean threshold of London session. So this is the equilibrium of London, our 1 hour fair value gap, and our 1 minute bullish breaker. So I want to see what happens after 9:30. And then also you want to pay attention to what happens at the 9:50. We're in a macro, what manipulation we get. Morning, JR. How are you? Hope you had a great weekend. See Asia. Oh yeah. We're so far from Asia's high. I wonder will we get all the way back up there today? That would be super nice. How many of you guys have been listening to ICT's his telegram prompts? Yeah, we covered that. We definitely had a nice drop to the downside. I am if I am, yes. If I decide to trade, I'll have a new eval. So it's Monday. We've had a nice large gap down Asia range over what's this? Jeez Louise. Yeah, we've had over 1,000 point move, I believe. So we don't know what today is going to bring, but we will see what happens. So everybody trade at your own risk, manage your risk, because that's the most important thing, and just try to take the higher probability setups. Our 1 minute bullish breaker has already delivered 209 points. You haven't listened to him in a minute. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work and how people are planning to do that. I listened when I first got up to hear what he had to say. But pretty much everything he mentioned, I already have marked out. So we have about 8 minutes before 9:30 open. Oh, let me get the midnight open for you guys on the chart. Where is my midnight open? I don't know if it's me or I just can't see this morning. Okay. Let's see. 12 o'clock is here. There we go. So our midnight open is right up here. We're below the midnight open, below 8:30 open. We have a confirmed 1 minute um bullish breaker. And I would use this level here as our confirmed 5 minute bullish breaker. But we closed above it with this, small body and we've just been consolidating. So you also have to consider you're going to run into lots of bearish higher time frame um, liquidity pools. So every time you hit one of these levels, that could reverse price back in the opposite direction. And technically here, let's see, this candle here tapped the low of this 1 hour fair value gap. That could be institutional order flow entry drill where it just taps the edge of it and starts to push down. So we could ping pong. We have so many different bearish PD arrays, and then we have a lot of liquidity to the downside. But we may be done with that for now since we've dropped so much during the Asia and London session. I would like to see higher prices. I would like for us to come here into this area to push higher. You got them on the phone catching up. Let me see. Let's see what he's talking about here. Oh my God. No, this is not going to work for me. I mean, we can listen. Wow, let's see if you guys can hear this. GBP wants to go lower. It needs to stay in the lower half. Go to a 1 minute pound dollar. Okay, and you'll see that. So far, NQ is hanging inside. Use inefficiencies, like I said, going into 9 o'clock. So everything so far is the script. Hope you have fun. Now for NQ, what I want to see is what do they do going into 9:30 here? So 9 o'clock and 9:30. Do they want to go towards the low end, that larger inversion fair value gap, the large orange shaded area, or do they want to take high of it out? If we stay consolidated right in the middle of where we're at right now, that makes it more likely I'm going to sit on my hands until 10 a.m. Notice how GBP on the 1 minute chart. All right, so the 914 1 minute candlestick, City, didn't leave anything open. If it would have done that and broke the 1.24997, that would have been a lot more encouraging for a rundown into those blue lines that they shared with you.
a while ago, but we're back inside of the inversion fair value gap. All the bodies on these candlesticks have to stay at the midpoint of it or lower. So far, the only thing we've done here is return back to rebalance the 853 CIVI 1 minute candlestick on pound dollar. NQ still sleeping inside the middle of the daily inversion fair value gap. So we have to sit here and wait and see what we get with the opening range. But we'll be noting the first presented fair value gap on the 1 minute chart for NQ. So the earliest that can form is 931. Pound dollar drops hard here, or it's probably not happening at all this morning. So see what happens.
Okay, I'm looking at the chart he gave us. Let me see. I'm trying to find this inversion uh, fair value gap he's talking about on a daily. Let's look. Does anybody know which one? I think it's okay. I think it's this. Let's see, what's that? 221. Okay. So I think it's this here that he's referring to as a inversion fair value gap on the daily. And he's saying that the bodies are still respecting it. But as I'm looking at it, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. But that's the inversion he's talking about. So I just wanted to point that out. I'm not going to keep it on the chart. But that was the daily inversion fair value gap he was speaking of. All right, so let's see what happens here. 9:30, 10 seconds to open. All right, it says a new day open gap was filled, but that's not, I don't think that's right. But we are pushing up. We're in this 1 hour bearish fair value gap. Okay, so after 9:30, we have confirmed a 5-minute bullish breaker. If we get a close, we're heading into another 1 hour bearish fair value gap.
All right, we have our dream lower discount opening NQ. It's this much of a range gap. Usually you want to sit still in the morning session. I'm going to tape read it with you this morning. If something does materialize that I like, I'll let you know. Just be mindful that if we pull back up, that's 60-minute where I got this in blue. That's what I'd like to see it trade to. It's going to retrace. And then I would like to see it sell off from there. Otherwise, if it just sells off from where we're at right now, there's nothing I can do with that information. I'll just have to wait till the afternoon.
That was a nice run up. Um, we just hit that volume imbalance and didn't quite take the consequent encroachment of this, but it's very close. So now if we get a breakdown under here, this will confirm a 5-minute bearish breaker. And I'm watching on the 1 minute, that will be around the same level.
Pound dollar once more traded back up into the middle of the inversion for Vega we've been monitoring. It's really sloppy price action. And you wonder why I'm not doing anything with Forex?
He's on Twitter, Robin. Not Twitter, Telegram. This is his Telegram channel he started. All right, so we're coming back down. We could be coming back to test this 5-minute bullish breaker. I'm using the not 4:50 a.m. candle as the 5-minute bullish breaker, right? Oh, the 5:05. Let's see. Yeah, it's a good spot. I think Miss Healthy says that she trades those breakout moves. So that was a nice, if you did, I mean, that was a nice 147 point move to the upside. Very nice. But good morning to all you guys who are tuning in. If you could be so kind as to subscribe, like, share, and come in the comment section, introduce yourself. Let me know you're here. Let me know your trading style. If you have questions, feel free to ask. Thanks for being my trading buddy this morning. We're just going to see what's happening. So, right now, um, we are definitely just pushing up more. This fair value gap there's a fair value gap here on the 1 minute that we have not um, taken. Our first presented fair value gap is going to be off of the 9:31 a.m. candle. I'll highlight that for you. So now we want to see how we trade inside of that. We have come into like the mean threshold of it, and we're finding support there, which may take us higher. We did not get a retest of the 5-minute nor the 1-minute bullish breaker that sent price up. This will be our 5-minute bearish break. Excuse me. This will be our 5-minute bearish breaker if, in fact, we close below that. But for right now, we are in the first presented fair value gap. We've tapped the top We've actually come inside of this 1-hour bearish fair value gap. We didn't take the mean threshold just yet, but this could be our institutional entry drill. If we lose this level, if we lose this fair value gap here, then we could see more to the downside. We can even manipulate down here to go higher and even all the way back to here. These are bullish order blocks. All these down close candles are bullish order blocks. Price can come to mitigate those. We wouldn't want to see it close to, this would probably be the last line of defense for higher prices. And this would definitely, close below this level would definitely be a market structure shift to the downside. But we are pushing up. Price may just want to mitigate and then come down. So we'll see. We do have medium impact news at 10 o'clock, which is in about 40 minutes. And then we have our macro. So I want to see what we do during the 9:50 to 10:10 macro, what type of manipulation we get. Good morning, Jed. Hope you had a great weekend. Good morning, Miss Healthy. Did you catch the breakout move to the upside at 9:30? I was just mentioning you. Okay, so we've taken the mean threshold of that 1 minute bearish breaker. I mean, sorry, 1 hour bearish fair value. I don't know why I keep saying it. Um, so we've taken that level, but our 5 minute bearish breaker will be the same level. The 1 minute bearish breaker will be a close below the 9:33 candle on the 1 minute. Let's see, did he say something else?
Thank you. On the other side, let's see if I can reach the 60-minute value gap.
He's talking about this one right here, which we only got a few ticks before we get there. Tell me what ORB is again. I believe you said it last week. This was the best entry here so far off that 1 minute bullish breaker pre-market. Opening range breakout. Is that what that is? Or RB? We do have a confirmed 5 minute bullish breaker. We did not get a tap back into it. Opening range breakout, which is the first 5 minute candle of opening bell, but now it confirmed a bullish move. Yeah. So let's see how we respond to this 1 minute first presented fair value gap. Do we confirm a 1 minute bearish breaker? Those are consolidating candles, but actually we do have a low. If you look on your 1 minute chart, this is a low here, but they're all in the same range. So I would like to see us get below that. I would like to confirm that 5 minute first to see if we get a push down into this level. Today, the price moves are giving these ticks are like from here to here. This to here will be 200 ticks or, our 50 handles that we look for. So the moves are very, very small to get a lot of gain from them. even if we go up to the next 1 hour bearish breaker here, that's more than 50 handles. So, but we are in the middle of a range, and I don't like trading in the middle. I need to see some confirmation that we're really gonna push back down. Ooh, you mentioned 315. What does that mean? And you guys let me know if you prefer to watch price on the 1 or the 5 minute. I'm looking at both. That's the bottom of the 1 hour fair value gap. Okay, thank you. So we're in the mean threshold of this one, and we're about to tap the bottom of this one here.
Q retested the high at the first percent of fair value gap at 931, 1 minute candlestick NQ.
I'm wondering why he don't do this on YouTube. Seemed like it would be easier. We have macro coming up in 5 minutes. Usually you'll see some manipulation or spooling to price. My alerts or alarms are not deleting themselves like they should. I have to talk to TradingView about that. The equilibrium of London. Oh, it's down here. We didn't even come nowhere near it. So no downside delivery just yet. Confirmed breakers, confirmed fair value gaps, but really no entry. I guess this 5 minute candle, but now we're just like consolidating. There's no decisive action coming up out of it. Moment. I feel like we missed a lot, but we just have to be patient because honestly, um, You just never know with this type of price action.
Right, so NQ just hit the low of 60-minute I got we were aiming for. So that is a wonderful opportunity for you to screenshot that off of the first minute that everybody got.
335. Are any of you guys in a long right now? Excuse me. So let me adjust my 1 minute bearish breaker and my 5 minute. So he just posted a screenshot of the long he took, but he didn't say he was taking the long. So it's funny. Mhm. So this is our macro here. Let's see if we get a macro power of 3. And just a reminder, we have medium impact news at 10 o'clock, about 8 minutes from now. It's like the high of 354 at 354. 21,354 would be the high of this, one of the highs of this market maker buy model. We've totally crushed through all of this sell side that we had. We've come through a lot of it. So London high would be our one of our targets to the upside if we continue to blow through this 1 hour bearish fair value gap. London high is here. We have another 1 hour right above the midnight open. So far, our bullish order blocks are being respected. We're only a few points away from that mean threshold of the 1 hour fair value gap. On our current 5 minute candle, we have dug back into that bullish order block that was confirmed on the 9:45 5 minute candle. So I want to see if that's going to push us higher or will we start to have some sort of pullback retracement. Okay. We just hit the mean threshold. of that bearish fair value gap. So our next target would be 413. We have a session high. That's the London high right there. And then a bearish fair value gap on a 4 hour. We have news in a few seconds. It's medium impact news. At 10 o'clock, we confirmed another 4 hour bearish fair value gap. The main threshold is 348.5. Close below the 9:55 1-minute candle will be our 1-minute bearish breaker to be confirmed. On the 5-minute, we would have to have an order block. We would need to see a confirmed order block. If you get a close below the 9:45 5-minute candle. Okay, we have a confirmed 1-minute bearish breaker. I set a limit order. We'll go in with 5 micros. Stop will be above the 1-minute fair value gap. I am in. Take profit is at 50 handles, which is 239.75. I'll show you on the 1-minute. My stop is above this fair value gap. So if we go below over that, then that means we're gonna go into this bullish. We're gonna aim for that. Once we get a close below this 5-minute candle, that will confirm a bearish order block on a 5-minute. Well, we're pushing up kind of forcefully, so I don't know if this 1-minute bearish or a blade breaker will hold. So I may get stopped out. If it closes above, let me go back to the 1-minute for you guys. If it closes above this candle here, then that means we're going into that 1 hour, 4-hour fair value gap. So price should not go back up there. It has no reason to. And the macro will be over in about 40 seconds. Yeah, it looks like we're pushing back up to mitigate this 5 minute, my sorry, 4 hour fair value gap. Move my stop to right before entry because we have pushed down into profits so much. It doesn't make sense to go and draw down after that. We are inside of a 15-minute bullish fair value gap that price may want to just tap and move out of. So we only have a few more ticks to go, but we're pushing back up. We have a 1-minute order block as well as this 5-minute order block. Oh, I'm sorry, we're on a 1-minute. You can see there. We close below here. That'll confirm our order block on the 5-minute. Okay. So we got our first win of the morning. So congratulations to anybody that took that short. Um, we're back in the first presented fair value gap here, and we could be returning to the bullish breakers that sent us up. We do have a bearish order block here. These 3 up close candles was confirmed. All this is a bearish order block. Excuse me.
Order filled.
And so now we're back in this bearish order block. Want to see if that's going to get respected or if we're going to go back to the top. Again, welcome to all of you guys who are maybe just joining us. We've taken one trade so far. I have taken one trade so far for the 1-minute bearish breaker that was confirmed here. The price tapped back into it. My first target was 50 handles. I went in with 5 micros to achieve our at least $500 on the day so far. So we're inside of a 15-minute bullish breaker. We're pushing back up into a bearish order block. We have this 4-hour fair value gap here. that price may want to go on to. It's almost 10:30, and then our London close macro is at 10:50 to 11:10, and then our tape read well, the session will end at 11:30. So now if we invert this level, that'll be our 1 minute. I call it an inter-range breaker. We'll have a low, a high, a lower low, and then a higher high. So if you haven't already, if you could give the stream a like, you can share, comment, ask questions. Just pushing back up into that order block. But we also rejected back out of our first presented fair value gap. So this level is holding really strong for bullish momentum. Robin, you said that your clock is off. Does that affect the trade, on your broker? So it looks like we're going into this 4 hour fair value gap. Oh, you were in your sim, so yeah, okay, great. Yeah, that's good. Um, so many different things you have to look at when you're, trading. You got to make sure. So I've done that before, even in with the one of the previous evals. I thought that I was in my personal account, but it was still connected to my trade copier. Excuse me, guys. Gotta get my energy back up. Okay. We just took the mean threshold of that 4-hour bearish fair value gap. And I will upload the execution in our Discord and on YouTube. Do we have any questions or anything at this time? We just took a 4-hour fair value gap. We're heading higher. This is London High here. So during the news driver and the macro, it just looked like we manipulated down into this bullish fair value gap. We weren't even able to close below 25% of it, which shows a lot of bullish momentum. We hit it right on the head and then we uh, pushed out of it, creating another bullish breaker here on the 1 minute. Closed above it, tap back into it. This would have been a nice long if this is your, trading style up into this area here. And so far we've made like 70 handles. The next target here will be 100 handles and then 100 and like 35, 37. So my trade was just a nice little scalp pullback into the range. And now we are continuing higher. These bullish order blocks are being respected. That was the 1 minute bearish breaker that I took. I don't know why it's saying bullish, but it was bearish. Excuse me. Corbin, have you found another setup? Or anybody, have you guys found any setups that you have taken or would like to take? Sorry about that, Pichu. Are you going long or short? So we're right here by the London high. I want to see if I'm sorry, ES has taken its London high. I'm sorry. Let me go back and check it on my other screen here. Okay, so no, ES, I don't think. Well, it hasn't. ES is still grinding up to its London high as well. And the PM session may work as well. I know ICT was saying he was going to watch and see how price behaved after 10 o'clock. So at 9:30, we uh, we confirmed a 5-minute bullish breaker. We already had a 1-minute confirmed before that. Course pushed up, created the first presented fair value gap. We retested that, couldn't even get past the mean threshold of it. Pushed back up, tapped it again, pushed back out. Um, I just happened to catch this short out of the 1 hour bearish fair value gap that we had. Took liquidity from here, created a bearish breaker right there. When it came back in there, like my stop was literally right here above this red candle. So I thought I was gonna get stopped out, but luckily it went back down. I knew though we was gonna probably come want this at least this session here or in the session high for London, but I was hoping that we would get a nice pullback before doing that, which we did. And that's just manipulation. That's why you go for your low hanging fruit first. And then if you have room for runners, you let them run. Other than that, get in, get out because we dropped a lot. So price is really bullish at this point. On the 5-minute, we had our flip here. Once we closed above this, really, once we closed above this high, that started the 5-minute push back to the market maker buy model. This was our mitigation block, bullish breaker, and now we're pushing into these bearish PD arrays. So as long as we're disrespecting the PD arrays here, we're good to go higher. If we start to turn and we close below this low here, that will qualify as our 5-minute bearish breaker. And we just took out the, well, no, not quite, but we're right at the London high. The first trade was a short, okay. Had to get out because it was rejecting the first presented fair value gap. Now, today, the first presented fair value gap makes sense. Other days, I see price close above it, below it, above it, below it, things like that. And it's totally, excuse me, just like what is happening here? So we made an equal high at that level, but it didn't take the London high technically, but it will. I believe it will. Excuse me. In about 7 minutes, we'll start a new macro. Okay, yeah. So that's one of the things, one of the changes I made to this the strategy. Um I was just like entering trades, like just using 5 contracts or more, or really not counting up the risk that I had. Excuse me. On. So now I have to map out how much my stop loss needs to be, and then that determines how many micros I'll use. Yeah, 50K account. You don't get much by the way of drawdown and sometimes once you get so far in a hole, it's hard to get back out. Excuse me. So, yeah, you just have to take what you can and manage your risk. Managing your risk is number one, and then managing yourself is number two. They're both equally important. Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't see the point. I've had the 20 of the what's 100K accounts, the 250K accounts I had got funded and all of that. Um, but when you really look at it, it's like the parameters are still the same, um, especially if you're over leveraging. Yeah, I do too. I mean, like when we started getting that push up at 9:30, I was like, "Let's go for it," right? But there's been so many there's been so many times that I have done that and it didn't prove uh to be in my my favor. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I just said, and especially just because we're on the in a live stream, you really don't want to. I'm trying to be as disciplined as possible. And I'm just trying to see if this system that I created for trading prop will be one that not only I can benefit from, but you guys as well. Just following those parameters, following the rules, trading the system because the it works. The my trading strategy works. I know that for sure. It's just sticking to the rules and managing risk. So now that I have my at a glance risk management table, I can, easily refer to it And I was very tempted to cut my trade and just say, oh, well, I got stopped out. But, excuse me, I'm glad that I didn't do that and just let it play out because, it was a winner. And what I learned from last week is turning my winners into losers. We're at a 1 minute bearish breaker area. So I'm going to see if we confirm this. Can you guys hear those alerts and alarms from TradingView on your end? Okay, sorry about that. I forgot to, we're in the macro. I forgot to take that off. Uh, oh, no, it is my headphones. So, hmm, I don't even know why y'all hearing that then. We'll have to figure it out. Every time I turn this computer off and turn it back on, this OBS system does its own thing. So I'm not really sure. I didn't know y'all can hear that. Uh, you shouldn't be able to, but it's probably something on my end that I changed. I'm actually going to buy another laptop, one that I can use, um, and just let this stay where it is because I notice when I unplug it and move it around and then try to get everything put back together, um, something changes with that. So I'll work on that. Mm. So we didn't get a close, put out the way. We didn't get a close below. Well, this technically could be your 1 minute bearish breaker. So the stop would need to go above the high. Mm. And the short would be here at this level, stop above the high, or even this this high here. But this will be the high of your breaker. These down close candles are your bearish breaker. I would actually move that there. So price has already tapped into it and now it's pushing down, but we're inside of a 15-minute fair value gap. So if we're still really bullish, it would disrespect that. What you would look for on the 5 minute is the 5 minute bearish breaker, which is way down here. And this would be about 119 handles. But you would need to get a close below these up close candles. We are in the London close macro, so this is lining up with price at 950. Where is that candle? Right here. This is our macro open. So you would look at it like a power of three, where you get an open, high, low close. That's not what I'm looking for. Where's my macro open at? Hmm. Hold on 1 second. There it is. Okay. So this is our macro open price. We opened high, open high, low. So that would give me more confidence to take a short. Targeting, for me, my first target would be 50 handles, and then I would target uh, back to the first presented fair value gap to the bearish breaker down here. on the 5 minute. So that would be my short. We might tap right into that and go back higher, or we could just continue on down. Who knows? So let's see. Looks like it's coming back. Now it's tap back into that bearish breaker. You have this volume imbalance, and then the high of this would be your stop. You would just want to put it over the high. So your stop loss would need to be around 53 handles or 216 ticks. So you would actually go in with the number of contracts that you could afford. For me, if I'm risking $300, I could only use 3 micros or um, 3 to 4 micros would be my max, and that would be risking. If I use 4, that would be risking $400. If it was 3, I'd be risking. If I was risking $300, I would use about 3 contracts, 2 to 3. So this is my short. I'm not in this trade. I already took my trade for the day. But if you wanted a nice setup, this would be where you would need to get in at. And your first take profit will be here. And then you can just let it run until it decides to make a bullish breaker in the opposite direction. So that's your short setup. Um, and you can go short now. Do you manually do your fair gap? No, that's a ICT, I think Nephew Sam fair value gap indicator. And I use ICT imbalances for the volume imbalances. You're welcome. So we have confirmed that 1 minute bearish breaker, and we're about halfway to the 50 handle mark. And that's our 50 handles. Now, if price closes above this level, that will create a bullish breaker that may want to go ahead and target to the upside. I've been, excuse me, guys. I don't know. One moment. I'm sorry. My, vo- my voice is not cooperating with me today. I have been trading. I started learning in 2021, like like September. And all of that information is in the description of this live stream. It's in the frequently asked questions section. But I took the ICT 2023 mentorship. I learned about him during the 2022, like that November of 2022 and stuff like that. So I guess now you could say I've been trading since I want to say 2020. I started trading in 2023, but I demoed first, and then I tried to go in with live funds, and I was losing. So I was like, okay, let me reset. And so it's all of 2024, I would say I was trading. End of 2023, 2024, and now we're in 2025. So going on 2 years, but I learned. I learned. I was learning 2 years prior. I started with the basics, like what is a candlestick and all of that. What about you? How long have you been trading? Yeah, that's why I put them in there because I knew I would get those questions a lot. Um, I have other sources of income as well, but I do trade primarily during the day. That's what I do. So now we have, and this lines up perfectly. We have the first presented and the 1 hour bullish FVG. So when you have um, multiple PD arrays, and so we have the 15-minute, the 1 hour, and the first presented, this is a prime target for price. So this is your short. If you are still trying to go short, uh, this is a perfect opportunity. The only reason why I won't do it in this eval is because once you have a win, you take your win and you walk away. You don't want to risk it. But if I was being more aggressive, I could definitely, we would have made another $500 here or more. Um, and then we would have a runner. Yeah. And I think that's everybody wants that, time freedom, location freedom, and things like that. And that's a great goal to have. But like I said, the more important thing is just your risk management and mastering yourself, your discipline, um, your patience, which I didn't have a lot of. So that was a big thing for me. And now my biggest issue is just leaving my trades alone, trusting my assessments, trusting my models and my entries, and going from there. So I said with this eval, I'm going to just accept the risk. I enter the trade, take the risk because my stop loss should be um, three PD arrays, 3 PD arrays away from, my entry. We have about 30 minutes. I don't know. I'm not starting not to feel well. I'm feeling a little nauseous. It's like, what's going on? Um, but I didn't eat this morning. So I'm a little off centered, off kiltered today, but that's on me. So this morning's trade execution has been uploaded to YouTube, and I am going to also upload it to our Discord. And if you guys haven't joined the Discord, it is free. So go ahead and join. Yeah, I'm gonna eat something. I'm gonna probably make me some soup. It's so germy outside, guys. Every time I go outside, it's like, oh my God, you come back and you're like not feeling well. So um yeah, that's crazy. Um oh, I have to make a new okay. So I guess I'll leave these I'll have to make a new channel for the eval number 4 so I can add our stuff in there. I wonder, can you duplicate something? I don't want to have to, uh, yeah, duplicate channel. How do I do that? I'm learning Discord as well. All right, I'm creating that channel. Um, let's see. Let me go over the permissions and see if it's the same. Okay, looks like all the permissions are the same. Good, because I didn't want to have to do all that again. Yeah, okay. And right now it's really nothing going on. It's just it hasn't gotten to that point, but I definitely would keep you in mind. All right, so see, our trade is playing out very nicely. We have our breaker confirmed and retested. First stage distribution. Um, we confirmed this order block, tap back into it, and now we're just confirming and making more order blocks. So this is inside of this order block. That was another area to go short. We want to short as prices making pullbacks. So you want to short in bullish candles. Excuse me. It's like I can't even talk anymore. I am so sorry, guys. So yeah, this would be a nice push. You can go short at any up close candles as price is pushing up. You want to hit that button, boom. You you really want to do a limit order, and that's the other thing I've been working on, limit orders, because I'll hit that execution, market execution button in a minute, and then I'll be like, darn, I could have got a better entry. Important. No, the important categories, you can't see them. Uh, you can't see the welcome and the server rules. You should be able to see the server rules, the social media where my YouTube channel is, the announcements and updates. Let me know. Uh, it says you guys have my gosh. One moment, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, yeah. We need to hurry up and get to 11:30. I am not sure what's happening today. Voice is leaving me, stomach is nauseous. Wow. I don't know. I'm gonna make some soup after this. Don't have permission to view. Yeah, I stream every day right now, during these evals, every morning at 9 o'clock Eastern. So I'll put the link up for tomorrow. Is anyone else having trouble seeing the important section of the Discord? I'm not sure why that's like that. So under important, you can't see any of those tabs. Let me see let me see what you are. Here we go. You joined 5 minutes ago. Um, I don't know. I don't know why you wouldn't have maybe you have to be a member for a few minutes or so. Check back in about an hour. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really sure why that is like that. That's fine. Thanks. Robin, if you're because everyone here in the Discord, it says that you all are members/guests. So everyone has the same title. So, Robin or anyone here in the chat, if you are in Discord, let me know if you can read and see the welcome and the frequently asked questions, everything under the important tab. Let me know if you can see that. If you can, then that just means, Pichu, that you might have to be a member for a little bit of time, maybe 30 minutes or something, and then you can start seeing. Um, I don't know why that would be, but maybe it does that for bots or something. I'm not sure. All right. Macro is over. Our 10:50, 9:50 to 10, no, 10:50 to 11:10 macro is over. And on the 5 minutes, we will confirm a 5 minute bearish breaker if we close below this level here. But our target, we're targeting a mean threshold of this fair value gap. And that will close out the trade idea there. Yeah, I'll check it out. Um, do we have any questions at this time? Any comments? How's your trading morning going so far? So far, it's going good. Hope to pass yes. mm, Today is day one of a eval. I just started today. So I'm at the goal for today on this eval. I could have doubled that, but I'm just trying to follow the rules because I'm usually more aggressive. Um, I like to pass them. I like to do it in like 2 or 3 trades, 10 micros, 300 ticks, or what's that, 75 handles. And that's $1,500 per trade. So 2 trades and you pass, and then you go on and trade your funded. But like I said, I'm trying to do this system because if we can create a nice, good, safe system for trading props, then everybody could use it and we can start making, good money. I think, $500 a day is great. Even $200 a day, taking some A plus setups. And if you have room for runners, let them run. If you can only risk enough to make that $500, then you do that. I wasn't willing to risk more than $400, so I could only use 5 micros. And like I said, it was really close. It got real close to stopping me out right here. So that's just how it is sometimes. Hey, Gusto, I appreciate you as well. Um, did any of you guys take this short? Are you still in it or you done with it already? So this will be the area you want to start looking for any maybe possible reversals back to the upside if we are going to continue to be bullish. Again, let's remind you that on the daily, excuse me, guys, my voice is crazy. Um, on the daily, we we pushed it back down into this bullish daily breaker here. We mitigated the mean threshold of this bullish daily fair value gap, pushing all the way down to this low. We made an equal low with the low of Tuesday's candle, but we didn't break it. And now we reject it all the way back up. So at the end of the day, oh, excuse me, at the end of the day, we are still respecting this bullish breaker on the daily chart. So will we continue to go higher? This was like a nice little manipulation. I wish I was at my chart. I did look at it, but I wasn't trading yesterday. But if I had known that we were going to get 1,000 point move to the downside, I would have just did one micro and took my chances. But I didn't. So that's where we are. Right now, we're just consolidating here at this level. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more so you can see. But if you're in a short, I would still let it run. I really wouldn't cut it until you get a close above this high up here or see what this does. But then by that time, you'll be almost near your entry if you got in here. If you're getting in at these order blocks, then your stop should be above that order block. And we have about 8 minutes before we're going to cut the stream off, or, take our break for the day. So if you have any questions, comments, let me know if you took this short, um, and if you understand why we took why we took this short. What's the rationale behind it? I explained it, but if you have questions, let me know. This is my model. This is my breaker slash unicorn model. Sweep of a higher time frame key level, which in this case was the 4 hour fair value gap. We created a bearish breaker here. I enter on that breaker, targeting 50 handles, and then let the runner run to the next liquidity pool, which will be this fair value gap here and the low. A close below this level here on the 5 minute will be a 5 minute bearish breaker. You have your high, your low, your higher high. This will be a lower low. Um, it is a bearish breaker. However, keep in mind that you are running into a bullish higher time frame PD array. So that could send price right back up. Every time you hit one of these levels, you restart your breaker hunt. I hunt unicorns and breakers. So this is what activated it for me on the 1 minute to go short. And now I will be looking to see a price close above this level for a bullish breaker to take us back up. And those breakers do one of two things. It just provides a pullback into an area, or it could be a full on reversal. So you want to manage your risk and expectations. We are now at that low and just tapping inside of this bullish fair value gap. Once we hit this level here, the trade idea is completed. And that would be a nice 168 handles. Like I could have passed this eval with this if I had just taken it with the right amount of micros, but we're doing it, slow and steady. I take a little bit more risk with my personal account because you can afford a little bit more drawdown. But with these prop firms, you have to do things a little bit differently. And that's it. So that's how you execute those reversals. And this is probably just a pullback, but it yielded a nice amount all during the London macro. Hey, Miss Healthy, I see you. All right. Congrats on your short. Looks like she took the same breaker entry. Pichu, I see you in the Discord, so that's great. Hopefully, you'll be able to see the other channels soon. And guys, we have one more minute before we go. So, again, if price decides to close above this level, that will be a 1 minute bullish breaker. And on the 5 minute, you would have to, yeah, I would use this up close candle here as my 5 minute bullish breaker. Or you can use the very high. So you can do this or this, but then you'll be running into that. So you might want to get in a little earlier um, than that. So if you guys are going to continue trading, be safe. I will be back tomorrow. We'll be back here at 9 o'clock Eastern time to start day 2 of our the fourth eval that we're doing. All right. If there's no questions, I do appreciate all of you guys for joining me today. I hope that you had a successful trading day, and we'll be back tomorrow. All right. Take a break, stretch your legs, hydrate. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Robin, JR, Gusto, Pichu, Miss Healthy, Dorsey. Hey, who else? I don't want to miss anybody. Loot, he be killing it. All right. I think that's everybody. But for those of you all who are new here, please subscribe, introduce yourself. I would love to communicate with you. Join the Discord. I've updated everything. So I will be back tomorrow. I'm going to go and have a little soup and reset myself. I'm not feeling that great this morning for some reason, but we'll be back tomorrow. So have a great rest of your day and a good PM. All right. Take care, guys. Bye.